Hello everybody, today we're going to do mounting equipment and layout, equipment layout. So before you mount any equipment, it's good to always do a layout, a good precise layout for your equipment. And what I'm using is a rough drawing, it's a layout drawing, something that I came up with, a section view. And your section view is always your forward and your aft view. So you're looking to the front of the ship or the back of the ship. And forward is looking front, looking forward. And if you look at this right here, this bulkhead, which is basically like saying a wall, you'll see center line right here. And this is the complete center of the ship right here, the center line. And on the left side is always the port side. So your left side of the port, this piece of tape right here on the left side is gonna be L1 port. And this piece of tape right here is gonna be L1 starboard. So center line here, L1 port and L1 starboard. Always looking forward, the port side is on the left side and the starboard side is on the right side. For this piece of equipment, which is going to be a 12 by 12 junction box, we're going to mount it right here. I already did the layout, but I'm going to show you how to do the layout real quick. But according to this drawing right here, just like looking at this wall, this drawing is going to show 6 inches outboard, which is going this way because you're going outboard, and 36 inches up from the bottom, from the deck to the center of the equipment. So 6 inches outboard from center line here to here, and 36 inches from the deck, which is like saying the floor, up to the center of the equipment here. So the way I did it is I took a tape measure and I measured 6 inches over from my center line. I just did a little rough measurement. It wasn't too precise because a lot of time it don't have to be like exactly precise. You got a little bit of room to play with. So 6 inches over from my center line here, then I marked it with a pencil. And I took 36 inches from the deck, from the bottom to the center of the equipment, which is 3 feet. I marked it here. I had a little plus sign. And what I did is I took my level. I could use a torpedo level. You can only use a level when you on a unit, working on a unit that's not in the water. If you're working on a ship that's in the water, you're not supposed to use a level. But I'm gonna show you in later videos how to do a layout on equipment, even if you don't have a level. I centered it up. I made sure I was level here, drew a line here, centered up here, made sure I was level. Drew a line here, and you have a nice plus size. That way you can line up your equipment. This is a 12 by 12 box. It's pretty simple. So it'll be 6 inches either way. This box has a little groove in it, a little edge that makes it easy for me to line it up. But if I do have some equipment that don't have a groove in it, I can take my tape measure and I can measure, center it up, and I can mark it here, mark it there, and take me a straight edge, write it down, draw a line across, and I can take it and do it on the other side too, on all sides. That way I can use that line and line up those lines with my equipment. And that'll make it even. And I'll just take those lines and line those lines up. The lines that I drew right here, the big plus, with the lines on my equipment. And that'll center your equipment up and it'll be pretty level. It shouldn't be too far off if you take a level and put it on it. And if you look at the edges, it'll line up. But like I said earlier, if you're on a ship that's in the water, you're not supposed to use a level. But on a later video, I'm going to explain how you can still use a tape measure to level out your equipment without even using a level. We got 36 inches up from the deck to the center of the equipment on the drawing. And 6 inches over from the center line outboard, going outboard. And that's just your basic layout right there.